Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of Bravely Default. So in today's episode, we take on the Earth Crystal, and the monster that lies there within. Now just as every other boss battle, it's strat time! The crux of my battle strategy lies entirely within Agnès' Kyrai, which you just learned in the last episode. And the way Kyrai works is, we can make the enemy target one specific person. And the person that we're going to be having our enemy boss target is going to be Tiz. The reason for this being? No particular reason. I can basically just use Ringabel and Ithia as my offensive core, and then Tiz can act as support. So Tiz's job is going to be to buff us and also to be our punching bag for the time being. Sorry Tiz, but you're just too sexy. You're just too sexy as a performer. Now, the boss has 4 attacks that we need to be worried about. First off, it has a an area of effect slam attack, which will hit all of our parties for physical damage. This is fine because we have ninja skills! Yay, ninja skills! And Utsusemi! Utsusemi hacks for the win. Everyone has ninjutsu on them for this reason. We also have turntables on everybody so that we can get extra BP once we avoid the attack. Now he also uses a single target earth-based attack. For this reason, I also have Abate Earth on Tiz, since I'm basically going to be having the boss just attack this one person. We also have to worry about fear and death statuses. Now, if death is obvious, you get hit with death, you die. You get knocked out. Which is why Tiz also has Safety Ring equipped. A plated ring that nullifies death. So the only thing we're really going to have to worry about is fear, and that's not a big deal at all. All it does is that it prevents you from braving or defaulting, which is perfectly fine. And basically, the other two, they just have pure offensively based skills. So physical attack up, comeback kid, pretty straightforward stuff. Two-handed turntables, physical attack up. Alright, let's take care of this boss. Showtime!
Is this the Earth Crystal? What have they done to it? How awful! What do they think the crystal is? Some kind of toy?
Forgive me.
No, Idia. Why should you repent for the sins of your father? Now, let's get on with the rite of awakening.
What's that on the crystal?
That's Gigas Lich! It's the propagator of doom as told of in the sacred texts of the Orthodoxy.
Well, whatever it is, here it comes!
What's up, big boy? 4 eyes, big boy? Use some glasses on you. Alright, for our first turn here, all we have to do is set up our Utsusemis. After that, we are going to be pretty good to go. Now, I also have a Reflect Ring on Agnès, just in case it decides to use Reflect or Fear or Death on Agnès. It shouldn't be a problem because I'm pretty fast right now. But it's there just in case. Now, in the ideal situation, he'll use Slam, but we're going to dodge it all and we'll get extra BP. Now, we also have to watch out for negative power. And he uses this every single turn, and what this does is it's going to increase all of his stats, well, his physical attacks and his magical attack strength by 10%. So he packs quite a punch, especially once he's fully buffed up. But this is why we focus entirely on just avoiding damage as much as possible. So we're going to start our buffs. We're going to just reset our Utsusemi on everybody. We're going to go for Utsusemi, and then we are going to use Kyrai. And we're going to force our enemy opponent to strictly attack Tiz. Now with Ringabel, we have access to his hunting abilities, and this boss is undead. So we're going to get super effective damage from the undead slaying. On top of that, we'll be able to gradually increase his, we'll eventually be able to use Ringabel's special ability. Since it's based entirely around using super effective damage on enemies. So once you use that 5 times, I think we can use, I can't remember what it's called. It's been too long since I've last used it, and wow, 9,000 damage from crit. Very nice. Alright, Quagga. That's only going to do about 900 damage thanks to the Obeyed Earth. Okay, with Tiz, we're going to use Love Power. I think our Utu Samis are still all up and running, so we are good to go. So Love Power, Agnès. All Agnès is here for is Kairai. That's it. That's all she needs to do. And we can just focus with attacks with Ring of Bell and Idea. Pretty straightforward and easy. This is probably the easiest crystal boss we've had so far. Alright, Tiz, you're not looking too good right now. So we are going to default with Tiz. Agnès, I'm going to use Kairai again. Ring of Bell, I'm going to use a Hunting, and Idea is just going to throw a potion towards Tiz just for good measure. Now this boss has around, I know it's over 100,000, I think it's like 106,000 HP or so. So if we're doing about like 10,000 damage each turn, this will not take long at all. Okay, we are good to go. Everyone has their physical attacks up, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a one more for you over to Rainbow since he's doing the most damage. We're going to use a Kairai on Tiz, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. This is a really straightforward boss. Much easier than the other crystal bosses. Now also on Idea, I have a spear that is super effective on undead opponents. So this shouldn't be too bad. Physical attack rate is still up, so we are going to default with Tiz, get his BP up. We'll use Kairai on Tiz as well, and get these hunting abilities in. Very nice, 12,000 damage for one turn. Unfortunately we got hit by the fear, which means we've lost all of our BP. That's not the worst thing that could happen. I am going to get rid of the fear just so that I can brave next turn. So I want something called a balsam? A balsam. So we'll use that to get rid of the fear on Tiz. We'll use a Kairai again with Tiz. Rainbow, we're going to release your... I'm going to release your special on the next turn. That's great, we'll just use it now. Maximum draw. This way we can start recharging for the next special attack as soon as possible. I kinda love how he's just floating on the screen when you hit him with a special. Just like, ah, I float to your death. Ow. Okay, Tiz, I'm gonna have you give us some singing. We'll go for a Love Power. We'll go for a Kairai with Agnès. We're going to go for Hunting with Ring a Bell. And I'm going to throw another potion over towards Tiz, just to keep his HP up. It's very important that Tiz actually stays alive for this. Once Tiz dies, then it's very hard to get my momentum back up. It's very, very difficult. Alright, we'll go for another Love Power with Tiz. We're going to go for Kairai with Agnès. And I can almost put this on auto. Actually. If I wasn't so concerned about Tiz potentially dying, then I would very easily do that. Now that death ability, that death attack, would normally instantly kill one of my party members. Very, very easily. Alright, I'm going to throw a one more for you over to Ring a Bell. Not Idea, you don't get that. And this is why we have the safety ring equipped to Tiz, just for that one purpose alone. So the only stats we even have to worry about is going to be the fear. And fear is not that problematic. Especially with Tiz, because I'm not even using him that much for offensive, or not even braving with him that often, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, I'm going to throw another one more for you over to Ring a Bell. We're going to go for some Kairais, and we will brave with Ring a Bell, and this should be enough to get this special recharged. Alright, free turn. Thankfully, we're not getting a whole lot of slams. Slams are very annoying because I have to reset the Utu Sami over and over again. Okay, we'll throw another one more for you over to Ring a Bell. We'll go for a Kairai with Agnès. There is the special I want. So we're going to go for another maximum draw, as well as another Undead Slayer, and a regular attack with Idea. Why can't all the boss battles be this straightforward? Granted, I didn't have Ninja back then, back when I was doing the Wind Crystal and the Water Crystal either, so I guess that's fine, or the Fire Crystal, and he's dead. Ninja, you're the freaking best. Utsu Sami is so awesome. You know, I'm actually surprised that Kyra ended up being as useful as it did. I just thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's an ability that just sounds gimmicky. Like, when am I ever gonna use this?
I wonder when that creature first settled here. I refuse to believe this could be my father's doing.
For better or worse, I believe the Eternian forces would have guarded the crystal from such threats. Maybe it took advantage of their weakened state to slip in unnoticed.
Save your jabbering for later. We have a crystal to awaken. Okay, here goes. This is the fourth and final crystal. Make us proud, Agnès! What's wrong? It's really nothing. But time and time again, the Duchy's people have warned us not to awaken the crystal. Agnès! I know. I ought not let it bother me. Now, let us begin, Aerie.
Actually, that was a pretty sweet animation with all the machinery falling off the crystal. That's pretty sweet.
Keep going!
I'm going! Fourth crystal hype! Fourth crystal hype!
Still not enough! You can do this!
I'm a-pressin'! I'm a-pressin'! I'm a-pressin' my luck the way I know how.
Stop! That's it! Hooray! We did it!
Holy smokes! That was by far the brightest of the 4 crystals.
Agnès, are you alright?
Yes. Thank you, Tiz. Now all 4 of Luxendarc's crystals have been awakened. Nice work, everyone. What a joyous day. Now perhaps the world...
Is the Great Chasm gone?
Nuh-uh. Awakening all 4 crystals should have caused a pillar of light to rise somewhere in our world. It's the Holy Pillar, the first light, divine source of life and the origin of this world and the heavens above. Once I place my brooch within the Holy Pillar, the first light will spread across the world. And its divine light, born of the awakened crystals, will sweep away all darkness. And the Great Chasm should vanish along with the darkness.
So all we need to do is take you into the Pillar of Light. Then let's go! That is where this will all end.
Lead the way.
I'm with you. Together we go.
Alright, your support ability limit has increased by 1, which means we can do more things now, which is sweet! I also realized during that cutscene, Tiz is the only one with sunglasses, so he's probably the only one that shouldn't be covering his eyes. He could probably just be standing there, perfectly fine, not being blinded by the light. Alright, in the next episode, we will go search for the Pillar of Light, is what I would love to say, but unfortunately there's actually a side quest that we need to go do first, and it's going to give us a new ability. So we're going to go do that first, then we're going to go find the Pillar of Light. I know restoring pieces of the world is important and all, but side quests! I gotta have my side quests. With that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope to see you next time. Laters!